A big confusion people have when they're starting with web development is should they be choosing front-end development, back-end development, or full stack web development? So in this video, I thought of sharing my own personal experience so that you can decide for yourself which path would be better for you. So make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe, and let's get this video started. So first of all, let's just define what front-end development is. Front-end development is all about creating a great UI that is functional, a great user experience so that people can properly navigate through your website and they can look at everything properly and they can think about which direction do they want to go on your website. That's basically what front-end development is all about. Then talking about backend development. Backend development is where the logic aspect is handled. That is where the database aspect is handled. That is where you process transferring data from your front end to the backend to the front end, creating APIs, and that's basically what the backend development is all about. Let's just also look at what things will you be working on as a front end and a backend developer. So as a front end developer, you would be basically learning about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then going and choosing between a React framework, or you can go for Vue, or you can go for Angular. And once you do that, then you would be called as a front-end developer. You've learned the complete front-end stack, and then you can also go for Next.js if you want to go for efficiency as a React developer. But that's basically what you have in front-end development. Then of course, if you want to go to back-end development, there is a lot of technologies that you will be looking at, but you have to decide what tech stack you want to go for. The most popular one is Merge stack. So people, what they do is that they basically take up Node.js because they've already learned JavaScript. So it gets a lot easier for them to transition from JavaScript to Node.js. So that's what you can look at if you are a JavaScript developer already. Then of course you can choose between SQL databases and NoSQL databases. MongoDB is a really popular one. Then of course you have MySQL, you have SQLite. So you can choose any one of these. PostgreSQL is also a really interesting and popular framework or database that you can use to create your own databases. Now, if you're a Python developer, you might have to choose between Flask or Django. These two are also some really popular frameworks for building a server. So you can take a look at that and you can build some really interesting RESTful APIs with the help of Python. So that's what you can do in the backend development space. Now, to decide what path to take, think about what do you like to do more. Are you more of a design, aesthetic, interface type of a person? Or do you like tinkering with problems? Do you like solving logical problems? And that is what will help you decide what path should you be taking on. One more thing to understand is that with backend development, it can get a little bit more tricky. It's a little hard to learn backend development than front-end development for many people out there. It gets a little bit more complex. So that's what you should be knowing before you start with either of these. Now, just to give you a very simple example of how this basically works, think about having a vending machine. In a vending machine, you are having two aspects. Number one is the aspect of the interface. How is the vending machine actually made? So in a vending machine, you would have the glass through which you can actually see all the things that are inside the vending machine. Then you have the slot in which you would put in your money. So that is basically what the interface is. That is how the people interact with the vending machine. That is the front end. The next part is the back end, or that is where we will be able to detect if this is a rupee or not, or if this is a currency or not. Whenever someone puts in the money, they will be able to detect if this is money or not. So that is the backend side of things when you think about a vending machine. So just think about that. The logical part is where the backend comes in, and the interface part is what the front end is all about. Now, one thing to understand is that if you can learn both front end and backend development, you will be worth a lot more, both in terms of what you can actually create and in the terms of how the market will value you. Right? There are multiple jobs out there for full stack developers in which they pay you a lot more than if you were just a front-end development or a back-end developer. So that's what you should be keeping in mind. Now that we're talking about web development, are you aware of the fact that a lot of companies are now offering jobs based just on your experience? It does not matter if you're from the best colleges. It does not matter if you lack the experience. All that matters is your talent and skills. If you have the skill, you can get a guaranteed minimum salary of 4 lakhs per annum for non-tech roles and 6 lakh per annum for tech roles. This can go as high as 15 lakhs or even more. People who are experienced can get up to a 50% hike when they will apply for a job through Relevel. Companies like Cred and Razorpay are now hiring for freshers or people with no experience on Relevel by an academy. You simply have to register for the Relevel test, which is completely for free. There is no need to upload the video resume. You simply need to give the test from the comfort of your home, and you can get amazing offers just based on your skill. You can take a look at the Relevel Achievers Twitter handle to see how a lot of people are starting with their dream careers with the help of Relevel. The link to sign up for the Relevel test test is in the description. Now let's get back to the video. One more thing to understand is that when these companies hire people, they're actually hiring software engineers. They're not just hiring front-end developers or back-end developers. These companies are actually hiring software engineers because they want you to be flexible. If they want you to go from one project to another project, you should be having that capability. So they are more looking for all-round developers who can transition from front-end to back-end. But if you want to work at startups, I think they definitely have specified roles that this is a front-end developer, this is a back-end developer, and this person works as a React developer. So you can definitely apply for that as well if you want to. If you just become a front-end developer, you might have to shuffle between new technologies. Every single day you will be seeing some new technology come out as a front-end developer. So you might have to switch between them quite often. Let's say you're working at a particular company and they are using class-based components in React. Then let's say you want to switch to a different company. The other company might be using Angular or might be using Vue, and you might have to switch your whole tech stack. And that can take some time for you, and you basically just have to make sure that you are keeping yourself up to date with the latest trends and whatever is happening out there in the market. So that's what I would recommend you. You can choose whatever fits best for you. If you are more of a logical person, then you can choose that, or best thing that you can do is to just become a full stack web developer. There is this interesting video by Imtiaz in which he's talking about why front-end developers are at a risk. They might find it harder to get new jobs. So you can take a look at that video if you're interested. I personally chose front-end development. I am learning a little bit about databases and Node.js as well right now, but that is basically what I chose. I have a bunch of people that I know that are full stack developers and they make a lot more, and they also have a lot of flexibility, right? Let's say you want to build a project. You can actually build the front end as well as the back end of the project if you're a full stack web developer. So that is what you get. You get the flexibility of being a full stack developer. That's what you should think about whenever you are choosing between front end, back end, or full stack development. Now, if you're still watching this video, just write in the comment section, I watched till the very end, and also let me know what do you choose? Do you like to prefer front-end development, back-end development, or do you want to become a full-fledged full stack developer? Also tell me what stack do you want to learn as a full stack developer. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was insightful. You can take a look at this video to learn about free web development courses that you can take to become a great full stack web developer. And you can take a look at Relevel with the link in the description if you want to search for jobs. And that is all I have for you today. You can follow me on Instagram as well as on Twitter. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.